Oh, that was unfortunate as hell, right?
Introducing.
His saddles are kind of trash. Three flashlights. No, thank you. Nah, man. Nah, I'm good. If we get another bully looking squad, I'm just gonna go to bed. Welcome back, welcome back. We just dodged a like 3-4 flashlight squad. Hey, shut up, bro. You have shown your fucking face in here. Why did you delete Dota? We're not gonna pretend like you didn't send me that screenshot. I guess I was having some technical difficulties. The problem is, it's 2 a.m. I don't see myself playing Resident Evil, like starting a stream at 2 a.m. So I don't pay the local school a visit. Bro, was the match that bad? Did you have a David momento? What happened, bro? This is a safe rage environment. Tell us. Who wronged you that match? I had a big David momento. Oh, bro. But just another bridge to cross, I suppose. You're good, dude. Like, what's up? Is it related to the repairman? Also, John, this happens sometimes. I think OBS has a bit of a fucking special moment. I only see one flashlight. I deem this acceptable. Why is Duya fucking awake of all people? I've been cursed with bad teammates. Oh, bro, you have not seen me play solo queue. You might get to see me play solo queue very soon when I try to climb again. I don't know when that's happening, but... So I have a random burst of energy. You wanna do an all-nighter? Are you sure it's a burst of energy and not a burst of noise that you're hearing? Let's see if we survive the day 2. I unironically start playing League solo queue again. No. I refuse. You're not worthy of my Janna. My Janna's sexy as fuck, dude. The world is not ready for the top 7% Janna again. I terrorized bot lane with that shit. I put the wind in wind shitter. I think I should start cloaked, right? It's kind of weird that I don't. What? How and why am I in chase? Wait. Fuck it. Well, you made a fair attempt. The prop. Yeah, look at the wall. Pretty sure. Okay, hang on. Time to look at the wall really good. Ah, yes. Perfect. Problem is, there is a hook in a rather not Christian location for me. You what? How did you get that burst of movement speed? One, two, three. And there's a boon of healing. How fun. Let me look at the wall. Hopefully I don't get blinded. I'm playing like a dumbass because I should follow the sound cues of doing generator sounds. Sure. I agree, I wasn't a healthy distance away from the... pallet. Oh, yes. That is my first exposed for my mission, by the way. I need to do 3 more. This has been a very unsuccessful Ghostface match for me. Coffee this late at night? Broski. I don't think people on Hook should be able to review you, period. Ah, that was bullshit, that was bullshit, that was so very bullshit. How did that not hit anyone when like the 2 bitches were on the hook? Like, at least hit the Michaela, man. That was fucking horse shit. I sincerely hope it's just the one flashlight. Okay, there's 2 people here that are looking at me. Alpha, dudes. That's my bad. I knew that was gonna happen. It's like the biggest annoyance with playing versus good survivors as fucking Ghostface is you're playing with versus good survivors as Ghostface and your power's kind of fucking useless. Oh, come on. I guess that is sort of true. Where the fuck did she go? Well, if anything, they've gotten that generator. Imagine if flashlight ran out. Do I risk it going all the way over there? Yes. Yeah, I've lost. 2 kills is... 2 kills. 50-50. Fair. Yeah. I just... If they open the other gate, it is what it is, I guess. I guess they just want to 99 it in front of my face. Yeah. I don't get it. I don't understand the need to be such cunts, man. Well, I did my mission at the very least. But I lost rank because... did I lose? No, nothing. It's fine. My controller's coming tomorrow, pretty pog. I don't need to ask my brother for a controller. That's nice. It's a draw. As far as the game is considered, it's a draw. Bro, our frames are looking pretty juicy. Oh. Too much, but not a phenomenal amount. I just got like all of the DLCs at like reduced rate. Like I bought most of the DLCs for about £2.30, £2.40. I haven't necessarily broken bank, but at the same time, it's money I spent on DBD. So, you know, there is a little bit of that. But I've never spent money on the skins, if that's any consolation. I mean, you've been playing the game non-stop, so... I think... Oh my god. A Prestige 18 Survivor. Ugh. Yeah, whatever. You've been playing the game non-stop, so it's been challenging to launch it, to say the least. Nah, bro, don't worry. Have fun. It's your game. It's your library. I'm chilling. I have 500 plus games that I need to be going through from my library. Let's hope this is a good one to end it on. Killers can break drop pallets. This action takes some time, but renders the pallet completely unusable. There should be a tip. If you're within 17 million fucking meters of a pallet, you will be automatic. Do you know what? I think they need to change Dead by Daylight. I think they need to make it so it doesn't matter where you drop the pallet and how close I am to it. It should just stun me. I think that's balanced, right? I think that sounds balanced. It's like... I also think that I need to hit survivors a minimum of 5 times before they go down. I think that's also kind of... I don't know, it gives them an opportunity to feel like they have done their fair share in a chase to contribute both to the team and like they had an opportunity to escape every killer because Nerth exists. And they need to feel rewarded for being in chase, right? Just saying, you know, just maybe 6 hits, maybe 5 hits is too low. I enjoy playing the Plague. This is one thing I definitely dislike a lot, actually. It's like you hit them, and it's like a 50-50 Russian roulette of where they will appear. If you're trying to be like economical and fast with your movements, it is kind of annoying. Oh, that's actually a good pallet. I can't even hate on this. Oh, well done me. Suck your mom. Enjoy your healing, bro. Studying cybersecurity. Yeah, you mentioned this before. Top grades as well, so I can... That's fair enough. Like, does she want out of the game or something? Well, she's not even trying. Nah. Okay. I'm gonna be real with you. It's kind of sexy. I mean, I'm just saying, mommy spit on them and, you know. Good. Admittedly, apparently that wasn't a pip game, even though, like, what? What do you mean proximity to hooked survivors? They just unhooked in my face. What? They were all permanently hurt. I downed them, like, I got 10 hooks or some shit. Is this game fucking smoking, bro? Is this game smoking the crack? Big true. Big truth. It's 3 AM, bros. I tried to actually stream a different game, believe it or not, but it kept freezing. Actually, should we just do a quick experiment here? So, I'm gonna need you guys to let me know if everything runs properly. I'm gonna start this game from the very beginning with cutscene and everything. So, yeah, just let me know how it goes. Apparently this was like fucking bad. It looked initially when I was doing the stream test beforehand, it looked fine. But then John told me it was like mega frozen, so okay, we're just kinda gonna run around here for a bit. It doesn't look great though, it looks a bit choppy. Okay, let's do a cutscene. Let's see how it handles a cutscene. How's it looking?
Okay.
You see the issue? As in like it being choppy and everything. I swear to God, if you sent me porn. I mean, it is porn, technically. But I accept it.
You got this.
What's the gameplay, how's it looking on your guys' end? Because from my test, it's looking kind of shoddy. It's not looking great. So, I should mention, my frames are like at 100, anything between 130 and 180 to like maybe 200 at certain scenes. So, for me, it looks smooth as butter. But I don't know how it's looking on stream. I don't know if like the stream end is looking kind of rough. It looked kind of fuzzy and slight frame rate slowage when you were in the big room. Your stream lags. Oh, I skipped frames. I see, so... New frame every 7 seconds. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's see if this makes a difference. Okay, give it a big refresh. Maybe this will make a difference. Can you hear me? Still bad. Still bad, okay. Let's see if it fixes itself when I close the game. Sound is solid, so you can hear me. Okay, so... Seems to be a Resident Evil 2 thing. Now, I'm not sure if it's because the game is... well, not bought legitimately. Obviously, you know. It do be cracked. Maybe that could be some issue with the crack, I'm not sure. Let's see if Spider-Man has the same issue. No, I actually choked. No, so on my end, it looks fine. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm getting like 200 frames on average. Well, you know. So it's not me not having like the juice for it. John, I have a 3090. If my PC can't run this game, then no PC on the world can.
What I think of Mayor Osborn, but what matters is what you think. Let's ask our first caller. You're on with J. Jonah Jameson.
Hi, I think Mayor Osborn's doing a terrific job. He's cleaned the city up and expanded the economy.
With all due respect to the office of mayor, the police cleaned up the city, and entrepreneurs boosted the economy. I do approve of many of the mayor's initiatives, like cracking down on quality of life crimes and reducing red tape. But I think he takes credit for a lot of things other people do. He's ambitious, which is not a bad thing. But I always say, be careful of people with agendas. We used to have a vigilant press to keep politicians honest, but it's a shadow of its former self. Now all you really got.
Nice composition, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, the best.
I wonder if King T'Challa got his powers from being bitten by a radioactive panther.
Yep.
Dude's tough. That's a keeper.
Wait, you what? All right. Imagine shooting wells from your penis. Hang on, let me just quickly do a refresh here and see how it looks. Okay, so it seems like Spider-Man, which is like another, you know, graphically big boy game. So the suits I have unlocked are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Combat. Sure. I kind of have to hope it spawns around me as I swing.
Nice. Got it. Ooh, love that shot. Never finished this application for the coffee bean. Would have paid more than what I'm doing now.
Okay, that looks fine then.
Almost forgot I bought this snow globe for Aunt May. I think I get my love for this city from her.
Imagine liking New York, man.
Great! Forgot how much I love photography.
Can someone start selling drugs or something, please? Man, I love the swinging in this game.
Avengers Tower is so cool, but they're never around to use it. I think they're probably somewhere on the west coast right now. Probably surfing or something.
Okay, there should be a crime soon.
Not getting much coverage. I should look for more towers to activate.
We got this Spider-Man
Hang on.
face anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so all things considered, if
Active robbery in progress. Location is Museum Mile. Over.
How I thought today was gonna go. Take these off.
Fisk brought all the small timers out of the woodwork.
How's it looking?
A text to Yuri, and the cops are on their way.
That was amazing.
Nice.
Okay, that's fine. Nope. Sakura Blue. So as far as you guys are concerned, it's not freezing. Is it dropping frames? 8 minutes ago? No. Okay, let me just check what the good G Google says.
Introducing Quad-Lock Mag, compatible with all your existing Quad-Lock mounts.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So this is a very quick video if you are having any issues with the graphics in Resident Evil 2. So if you went back and saw my demo, you can see that I had a lot of stuttering, a lot of frame drops, and a few other minor graphical issues which really did affect and hamper my gameplay of the demo. Luckily, I've actually managed to figure out what was causing the problem in a i5 4690K. If you have simple game, so without further ado, significantly, I am only running this at 1080p, but turn this on. Contact shadows turn on. Screen space reflection.
Yeah, see, I don't have issues with frames. It's specifically when I'm streaming. Oh, there was the... Who are interested in the game, however, the game always crashes 10-20 minutes. I might have to look into it. Black screen. Oh, yeah, because I switched off the game. So it seems do I have a like? Okay, I will test like the ultimate graphical game here. You guys are gonna have to let me know how it runs. This is the game that like kicks my computer's ass. So if this game runs smoothly, Resident Evil 2 should be no problem. In theory, right? So I'm looking for input, boys.
Howdy, howdy, Night City. Welcome back. My guest tonight is Lieutenant Sarah Kokoski, spokeswoman for the NCPD. Hi there. Welcome to the show.
UV. Continuez par les salles, Peter.
So it looks good, right?
Here, all yours.
Life's so good and you. God bless.
Bit fuzzy. Let me look at my phone. That is Discord, not Twitch. Let me look at my phone. Now that I'm looking at it on my phone, it looks fantastic. That is the best weapon.
own time, not on mine.
Hey, babe,
But at that point, it might just be your internet.
what's the deal? What are you gonna find another gentleman like me, huh?
A wife thought her husband
Uh-huh.
finally figured out how to make a cup. But he was actually having a cyberpsychosis attack.
Who's a shrinking violet? Is it you?
Блять.
Who? It's actually running really well. I'm looking at it on Twitch on my phone, and I'm sorry, but it's just a Resident Evil thing. And if anyone wants last checkpoint, I guess. If you want to see my settings, you know, in theory, how much of a system fuck this is. Ray trace lighting is on Psycho. The thing is on balanced. Like, I'm just putting this out there. The settings I'm running it on are kind of fucking insane. So, this is fine. Like, I just don't understand why Resident Evil is having a bro momento. I suppose this is a problem for tomorrow's me to solve. Also, what was that comment about the bank? A lot of the games were picked up on sale, man. A lot of the games are ultra cheap. Oh. Thomas wanted me to try and play the Evil Within 2. I actually think at some point soon, I will look to finish Cyberpunk. I think the story in that game is phenomenal. I just gotta look into finishing it essentially. Yeah, I'll look into it. To be honest, at this point, I don't even know. Okay, so let me be totally real with everyone. Actually, does Soul Hackers have a benchmark mode? Let's just see if it launches, and then after this, I'll probably head out. But let me be real with everyone here. Like, I have a hard time enjoying games nowadays. I've said this before, but it's just like I feel I see in the future. Like, when I say this, I mean Like, I can play a game for a few hours. I feel like the game is louder than me. Is that an alcoholic beverage? Or is that juice? It better be juice, young man. You're gonna water a tree with like 750 milliliters worth of water. Are you dumb? Are you actually dumb? Look at how big that tree is. Oh yeah, like you've done a good job. A fucking dumbass. That tree's gonna die. That tree's dying. It's not enough water for the tree. Doom was a lot of fun, actually. Wait, that was gay. Imagine reloading like that. Damn, dude. Yeah, punch the woman, bro. Chris Brown that hoe. Sag. Mad dead bitches. Let's fucking go. I'm gonna be real, the music is anime as fuck. Like, it's so weeb. This is like the most isekai, like isekai trash type of music. I'm not a fan of the intro song. But do it gameplay, I don't know. I think it's a turn-based RPG, but it looked interesting. Yikes. Adjust where to use blur effects. Set. May improve performance. Is this some like... Okay, sound. Can you Can you relax a little, yeah? Thank you. Is this like the American way of trying to trick me into having motion blur? We'll have to look into this. Depth of field. Depth of field is the only type of blur that is semi-acceptable. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it has... It's gonna run. Like, look at how little memory it's gonna take. Like, this shit is gonna be fucking... Wait, hello? Am I some kind of peasant? Yeah, this is gonna run fine. It's gonna be zero problems. I was really hoping it had a benchmark, but most games don't. Especially shit that's made for consoles and then ported to PC. Those scones and crisps can go right up your ass. Suck your mom, bro. You know. You know that what do you call it? Motion blur is the worst thing since religion. But yes, let me just finish my thought. I didn't experience Motio blur. No, motion blur is a different thing. It's like a El Retardo game setting. Anyway, basically, here's the issue with me playing video games and streaming in general. Problem number one, the obvious house situation is fucking rough. It doesn't really, how should I say, stimulate a stream-friendly environment. Even if it was for my leisure, if there is light out, theoretically, I should not be experiencing video game triangles before my very eyes. And if I am, big problem. So that's the main, like the key issue, amongst other ones at home, but I have lovingly called my living situation a zoo. If we exclude the zoo out of the equation, we're left with the other key issues. One, I enjoy PvP in a almost self-destructive way. Be that League, be that a fighting game, be that DBD, whatever it is, I genuinely enjoy the quick burst of PvP games where it's just 20-30 minutes of a match, and it's, in a way, you have the entire gaming experience right there. And I like winning, so it kind of meets that sort of competitive thing that I'm looking for. Unfortunately, it's quite addictive, so there's that problem. So if we shift focus to story games that are the fun shit to stream, right? I have found myself kind of quickly burnt out by a lot of games. You play it for 30-40 minutes and you feel like you've played the entire game, so unless it has something to grab you, like interesting story that pushes you forward through the gameplay and it justifies the gameplay, then I'm just left, unless the gameplay itself is fun, then sure, I'll keep going through it because it's fun. Replaying Spider-Man, for example, since I've already beaten it once, I know how the story is gonna go. I want to find out the DLC because I like the characters. But if I'm being totally honest here, the gameplay of Spider-Man is so bare bones, it's actually insane. It's just dull and boring. I just might rush through the story. I don't think I'll be collecting very many I'm not going to be completionist about it. I'm not going to be doing all the bases, all of the side content. As nice as it would be to have certain suits, because they are nice and cool, I'm just going to be totally honest here. I just rush through the story potentially just because the gameplay is just dull, man. The combat just never changes. It's just a Darksiders suffers the same issue. Doom, however, Doom 2016 was a lot of fun. It kept adding, up until the very, very end, it kept adding and adding and adding new tools to your arsenal. And what can I say? Doom was just a good game. I'm really glad I finished it. But yeah, just most games are fucking rough. Like, most games are just like... And Elden Ring fucked me, man. That's 160 hours of pure pain to 100% that game. It was... I've played Elden Ring... Hang on. To like 7-8 times, man. What does that mean? That means Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne. All of these games are essentially Elden Ring, because Elden Ring is literally the amalgamation of all of these files, all of these animations, all of these sounds just copy-pasted and shat into a new game. And it was just fucking horrid. Elden Ring killed my desire to play video games, man, I swear. And streaming it was miserable as well. That's the issue. When I spread it to many games, which has recently happened, a lot of games get to like 20, 30, 50, 70% done. Like, I think the next one that's closest to completion is Wolfenstein, which should be like around 70, 75, 80% finished. Yeah, I just kind of burn out and forget about them. And it's just like, I don't want to feel like I'm forcing myself to finish a game, but at the same time, if I don't force myself, I'll never finish it, just because I don't know, it's I want to like finish it. Maybe I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, I don't know. Devil May Cry was fun. I feel Devil May Cry 5 was a bit too short. Not expansive enough in the combat. Like, each character felt relatively basic. I tell you what, like, Sekiro was such a good game that it set such an unrealistically high standard for me. Sekiro was... Whew. And oddly enough, because of that, Jedi Fallen Order was a very fun game, because it followed that sort of Sekiro system, at least for the melee. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. It's like, I find myself in a position where it's challenging to start games. Does that make sense? Because then I assume I'll get tired of the game quickly. But also, even if I enjoy the game, like, sometimes I end up streaming some goofy stuff, like DBD. Like, I've gotten way into DBD recently. Like, matchmaking has not been the worst. Like, I'm not getting constantly matched versus the sweatiest, most meta people. It's been kind of alright. I don't know. I really don't know. So, yeah, streaming has been a bit... I mean, there's also another thing where it's become part of the course of, if David is streaming a game, he must do it at the almost hardest, if not the hardest available difficulty. I'll be honest, I've gotten quite good at it, so again, that's like another thing. If a game is too easy, I get bored. If the game is bullshit difficult, I get annoyed. Very rarely is there a middle ground with difficulty where the game is challenging, but fair. A lot of developers either make it too easy, or I want to kill myself difficult. They just don't seem to know how to do it where it's like in between, where it's challenging but fair. Don't give me a difficulty. If you can't make difficulties, lock me into what you think is a fair experience, or what you feel is the appropriate difficulty for the game and story, and make me experience that, and then I will make my judgment based on that experience. You can add all of your extra bullshit fucking difficulty modes, but don't give me a choice from the get-go. I think that is the worst thing you can do. I shouldn't, like, in every single player game, I should not be allowed to select my own difficulty on my first playthrough. Change my mind. Like, it's just silly. Some of the arguably best games don't have a difficulty select when you start them. But here's the thing. Very true. But I should also have an idea when I'm going into the game what that will be. So, what does that mean? If I am buying a Mario game or a fucking Kirby game that is designed for children, I go in knowing that the base experience is probably gonna be easy. Okay? Now, if I go in to a game like, let's just say, Resident Evil. Okay? It's a horror game. It's a survival horror game, right? It shouldn't, like, the base difficulty shouldn't be too easy, like, you one-shot a zombie if you hit it in the toe. You know, but it shouldn't be immensely hard where you need to hit it in the eyeballs, like pixel perfect accurate shots. What it needs to be is challenging. You can't obviously tune it for everyone, but you get a you know, they have playtesters and everything, right? So you get like an average feel. Make it challenging enough to where for like 65% of your playtesters, it's like the gameplay feels slow, so it's not like fast-paced rush, like oh, blah, 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 it needs to happen like now. But you know, the tension is from your gun moves slower, and that's going to create the difficulty. So it's not like everything is like light speed, Sekiro, clashing and all this sort of shit. But the tension is from the slower movement, the pacing, and all of this sort of stuff. But the game should, like, the gameplay should reflect that in terms of difficulty, resource management, and whatever. Survival horror. What's an in-between, right? Game like, let's just say, God of War, Darksiders, Devil May Cry. When you start these games, I should not be allowed to, again, select a difficulty. It should be a sort of, you are here because you want to have a power fantasy. You want to go and, for the most part, clap most enemies, but you don't want to fall asleep whilst you're doing that. So bigger enemies that are tanky can kill you, you know, in, let's just say 5 hits, I think is fair, 5-6 hits, and you have healing, which translates to more. But then flood the screen with enemies, so flood it with a bunch of trash mobs that I can just like whoosh whoosh whoosh, you know, whip them around, kill them, just like fill my screen with bullshit where like a lot of enemies just get clapped. So give me that sense that I'm, you know, what is war? What is death? What is fury? What is the characters in DMC? DMC has it right. When you start the game, most enemies are super easy. And throughout the game, the enemies that were easy in the beginning are still easy in the, like, right at the end of the game. They introduce many enemies, and then your screen gets filled. It's like you have like 15, 16 enemies. A good chunk of them just die in a few hits. But then you have like the tankier ones that have like 3 or 4 or 5 mechanics that you need to be aware of. They don't insta-kill you, mind you. But when you have like that diverse amount of enemies on screen, it's not hard. It's not like, oh my god, I'm gonna lose. But it presents enough of a challenge where you need to be awake and you need to use all of the tools that you've been getting throughout the game. So they're not gonna like fuck you over. It's like unbeatable challenge, but it's also easy enough to where you can just enjoy killing shit and you enjoy using new tools to kill shit. So what I'm saying is developers need to be aware of what game they're making and just don't give me the option to like select the most difficult from the get-go. God of War 4, like the newest God of War before Ragnarok, the biggest fucking problem with that game is giving you the ability to select difficulty before you've started the game. You can start level 1 at Give Me God of War. Give Me God of War is one of the most unfair bullshit fucking difficulties I have seen in a game in a long time. Why? I'm not going to go into depth because that's going to take me unironically 30 minutes to explain every mechanic. But let's just say it's just because of how the leveling system and how that translates to the amount of damage you can do and crowd control and stuns you can do to enemies. Early game, it just translates to you do nothing. So you need to go through the entire game playing it like a fucking bitch. Not like the God of War, like Kratos. You need to play it like a fucking bitch. You go through the entire game, you go on New Game Plus, you farm shit, and only after you farm this gear, only then can you actually play Give Me God of War on the intended way to play the fucking difficulty. Up until that point, you're gonna have the most miserable time ever. How would you define a perfect game? Depends on the type of game. Because what type of game are you asking me about? Sakura Clicker. Let's fucking go, dude. Sakura Clicker is in fact the best. You got tits, and then you have tits. What more can you ask for? But yeah, like, what game are you talking about? Are you talking about racing game, sports game, difficult Souls game, a platformer? I don't know. What is the perfect game? No such thing exists. If you ask me on the perfect platformer, then it would be one that keeps giving you new tools of platforming consistently enough. It keeps your character moving fast. It keeps adding challenge to where you feel that you need to respond to like the new types of movement abilities that you're getting. And you feel like you're growing with your character, and there's always like this sort of challenge of speed, accuracy, control, and momentum. I think in a platformer, if you have to stop too much, like, you know, you make a jump, you use your ability, or like your ability feels slow or clunky, or then you need to stop and readjust, it doesn't feel fantastic. But if you get like a game that you can play, like say Ori, it has fantastic movement. Then you have Mirror's Edge, which for a running platformer, you are meant to run as fast as you can and keep that momentum, keep that movement, you know, keep going, that sort of stuff. These can be like really good. RPGs is a game that actually gives you a story that is interesting enough to invest yourself in, with a world that you want to explore. and enough options to craft a character that feels unique to you. Now, it doesn't have to be like the most unique thing ever. Like, you can have like 5, 6 systems that work with each other, and that'd be fine. I will say this: the reason why Skyrim has like 7 editions released is because when it came out, it was a phenomenal, like a literal achievement in RPG gaming. When Skyrim came out, you could be like a battle mage, you could be a full mage, you could be a sneak, like a rogue mage or whatever, like you, or like a summoner, a healer, like you could craft your own character. It was the battle system simple, yes, compared to what we have now, of course. But then you also add, again, when the game came out, it looked phenomenal, man. The dragons, the world, the trolls, everything, it looked so good. And then you have like an interesting story, and then you have dynamic story events. It's like you're doing your shit, you wake up, someone sends you a letter, you open it, and it says, "We know." Or like you walk, you do your shit, you get approached by a talking dog that just happens to be like a Daedric fucking demon. There's just so many storylines just happen as you play the game, and more often than not, you forget to follow the main storyline because it's just like you get invested in so much side shit. I remember when I was playing, I fucking ended up like doing the war between like the first Jarl in Winterfell. Was it not Winterfell? Where you start the game. So between like the two factions, there was like a big war. You go into like the fucking the mountain range, to like the mountaintop, to like have all of them like talk in a room about like, let's not be twats and this and that, but they just still go to war anyway. And you can pick a side. You affect the world when you pick a side, and that's a cool thing about it. Like, that's what makes a good RPG. Your choices matter. They can affect the entire world. You have enough freedom to where you can craft your own experience, but it's also scripted enough to where it's just not, "Oh, we've given you a sandbox, do your thing, so this is basically HD Minecraft." It's just like, at that point, it's not an RPG. So you want it to be scripted enough to where things need to happen. You need to be invested for these things to happen. What you do should matter, but also it should be scripted in a way where it's just like you have limited outcomes, if that makes sense. Like, make it real, like it's realistic. You can't have infinite amount of outcomes. It's just like, oh well, you see your 70 different small choices affected in this ending. Each game has like 3,000 endings. Like, no, let's be real here. So I think that's pretty good. Like, Skyrim set a very high standard for RPGs. The booby sniper. Bro, I know there was like a fucking toy with that lady. I think, what was the name? It's not Wolf. Like with the collector's edition, there was like the figure came with actual adjustable tits or something. Like the tits were soft, and people lost their shit because it was a figure with tits. Oh. For the Souls game, honestly, Sekiro was basically perfect. As close to perfect as you can get. With one fucking exception, like, one boss can suck my dick. It was like awful. I mean, you asked me like a proper question, right? And on the David channel, on the Danky RTD channel, analytical questions are giving academic responses. Without glue that toy. It's gonna have to be the last one. It's 4 AM again. Fuck. This is a place for learned, folks. Yeah, learned with a fucking NT at the end. I'ma keep that on the DL. And on that fine note, I will